Isekai. A genre that has seen many entries and differentiations in the past few years. The concept of a chosen hero being teleported into an unknown fantasy world where they set out on a magical journey is something that many viewers found intriguing for many years now, and it got way better when it started mixing genres. Today's list is a testament to that, as we will be covering the top 10 Isekai Romance Anime. Note that even though I say top, I'll be prioritizing some underrated shows over more popular anime so you can actually find something to watch. Let's get started. The Vision of ESCAFLOWNE is an anime that boasts an excellent story and a good set of characters. The plot is centered around a schoolgirl named Hitomi Kanzaki who gets transported to another world which is on the brink of war between the Austoria, Farnalia, and the Zaibach empires. Accompanied by a prince of the kingdom of Farnalia named Van Fanel, she fights back against the evil powers of the Zaibach empire. Its dynamic in the stance of romance is what we like to call the two princes dilemma, as she falls for both Van Fanel and an older gentleman named Alan Shezar. The world is well built and beautifully animated, and the voice actors did an excellent job bringing the artistic world and its story to life. The only flaw to date is how the studio had to constrain the series into just 26 episodes due to budget cuts and other reasons, but they still managed to do an amazing job regardless. Up next, we have a surprise entry that hails from the same studio that gave birth to the famed Akira movie in 1988. Magic Knight RAYEARTH has a rather straightforward plot. We follow three high school girls named Hikaru Shido, Umi Ruzaki, and Fuho Hoji who all get sucked into an alternate dimension. They need to work together in order to defeat the main enemy oppressing the land, and thus make it home in one piece. Simple enough, right? What makes the journey unique is the people that they meet along the journey. Along with the insights we get to each girl's backstories that let us learn of their strengths and weaknesses. Overall, Magic Knight RAYEARTH is an anime that is definitely a solid watch, as it has the capacity to appeal to a well-rounded majority of anime fans out there. However, it does contain a few filler episodes that might irk the average viewer, and some of the fight scenes tend to drag and become repetitive. Look past that, and it ends up being a fun and enjoyable journey that will satisfy you when it ends. In the 8th spot of our list, we have an anime that will be relatable to many. The plot is centralized around Shinichi Kano, a shut-in otaku who attempts to find a job in order to escape his redundant lifestyle.
難関の一次テストをあなたは満点でクリアした。加納真一さんは筋金入りのオタクですね。
However, he finds himself isekai'd into another world where he is entrusted the most unlikely responsibility one could have, which is spreading otaku culture around the realm by becoming an otaku missionary. Sounds like quite the dream job, right? Well, not when you have a crazy princess jabbing your day job. So Shinichi might have to tame her down. Outbreak Company is filled with silliness, making it the ideal series to watch if you're in for some fun. While it will not be the most complex story you'd see, the number of references that you will see of your favorite anime and manga that you will see within the series alone will make it worth it. Of course, our number 7 slot had to go to one of the most well-known isekai anime of all time. The world might go round and round, but the story of Kirito getting married to another girl in a virtual world will never be forgotten. This isekai anime not only establishes romance, but takes it to the next level when we get to see our main character spending an average married life in this isekai world. Even though the first 2 episodes might not be the best, there is a lot of good action portrayed with great visuals. This has 3 seasons, so if you're planning on watching this, make sure to get a long vacation off from work.
Heck yeah!
Sweet.
The hell's wrong with you?
I think I'm allowed to destroy my own property.
The anime that has the 6th spot on our list is a doozy. The title alone should give you a hint. The plot is centralized around Toya Mochizuki, who was accidentally struck down by a stray bolt of lightning by God. As compensation and in true isekai fashion, God gives Toya one wish along with the chance to live on in a magical fantasy world. His only wish was to keep his smartphone with him as he continued to live in this mysterious fantasy world.
Delicious! Incredible! It melts in your mouth. So tasty. I've never had anything like it.
Of course, as the main character has a somewhat cringeworthy attitude and scarily overpowered abilities, this will not be the most enjoyable anime for those who are looking for a sensible journey. However, if what you're looking for is a journey that you can laugh along with the characters and get some subtle romance with all the girls, then this is the anime you should watch. Okay, so this is based on MMORPG, which means the anime get to pull some original elements and focus on the character designs. The young swordsman Rohan and his lifelong companion, the occulte Yufa, must journey far and wide in order to combat a great evil that is sweeping over the realm. While the plot sounds like a direct rip from your standard fantasy game, that in turn is what makes the anime so special, as it executes the simplistic plotline in such a way that it gravitates an anime-centric audience with grace.
いやでもねあとこれとこれとこれ持っておいてよこんなに買うの
If you happen to be a fan of the video game Ragnarok Online, you will definitely find the anime entertaining as you get to see action scenes with some of your favorite spells and skills animated for the big screen. The anime sticks true to the mixture of genres as well, as the romance elements are pulled off perfectly, alongside some tight character development.
早く
なんで私が
愚かな反響
Here we have Yoko Nakajima, a girl who strives to be a perfect student in every way, but finds herself being mistreated due to her red hair. However, things take a turn when she encounters a blonde-haired man named Kengi who claims that Yoko is his master and takes her to a fantasy world alongside 2 of Yoko's classmates, who gets dragged alone by accident. These 3 ordinary students must learn how to survive in this new world or suffer grave consequences. While the anime ended with a mere 45 episodes without covering the entire plotline, it is still praised by many for its fresh take on the isekai genre, purely due to its world building and characters. For example, we get a detailed explanation of the various aspects of each kingdom, be it social, economic, political, or philosophical. Apart from that, the main character here is a girl. That's refreshing, isn't it?
まあ今はなるようにしかなんねえからな。
Okay, sadomasochists, gather around because the next anime we have is the Familiar of Zero. This anime is centralized around a mag nicknamed Louise the Zero due to her ineptitude when it comes to casting magic. One day, when Louise's class had to perform a summoning ritual, Louise accidentally ends up summoning a boy named Saito Hiraga, who was taken in by her as a slave to do all her redundant work. We get to follow Saito as he gets used to the new world and then follow a master-servant relationship with Louise. This anime starts off by giving the impression that it is there for simple fun, but wait a couple of episodes and you'll understand the formula. The couple starts dating after the first season, so you've got this love conflict, wars between nations, plus an eventual build-up to a harem. What more could you ask for?
素材で初夏の爽やかさを出してフィット感でボディラインを強調する大きいわね
何事
なんでもないわよ
Here we have not an isekai, but a reverse isekai. The Devil is a Part-Timer is an anime that is centralized around the demon lord Satan, who is transported into Earth after a battle with the heroine of the nation.
This bounce ducks.
but shortly he learns that the heroine of the nation is back in this land as well. Not many isekai plotlines will have the chosen hero be a fantasy character living amongst our modern Earth, but the devil is a part-time and manages to pull that off with style. With only 13 episodes, this anime manages to bring to its audience consistent character development, amazing fight scenes, and beautiful animation.
なんとかする。どうしてよ。
While the romance elements might not appear more often, you can clearly see the chemistry working between the two characters. Our top pick is the romance between the half-demon and the human girl. And before you say it, yes, this is an isekai. You may not see this in many lists, but our main character crosses worlds, and that's what counts. The story is centralized around Higurashi Kagome, who finds herself in feudal Japan after an encounter with a demon that pulled her into a well. Here she joins forces with a half-demon named INUYASHA as they both set out to track down the shards of a powerful jewel that can change the fate of the world.
もうやめて。
やっと動かなくなったか。
INUYASHA is a popular anime that ticks off many boxes in the romance genre. The best thing about this anime is that it doesn't survive on the usual tropes, and instead builds up a heartwarming romance along with its minor isekai aspects. These were my picks for the best isekai romance anime. As usual, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can be updated as soon as we release a new video. Stay safe, anime fans, and I'll see you in the next video.